into today. We are going to fabricate this bracket. I'll turn this around here in a second and show you what's going on. For the radio box, so to match the other panel for the power distribution panel. And so kind of sort of almost match each other. And then we'll get this fabricated up. We got to put some nut plates in it. I actually do have it broke down, which I'll show you here in a minute. Got it shaped, cut out, roughed in, and I'm gonna put some nut plates on it. Test fit it one last time, see if all this is gonna work, and take it back apart, blow it back apart, take 4 screws out of it, and then sandblast it and paint it, prime it, and clean up my mess, and then see if these wings will still fit on this fuselage. Not expecting any big issues, but show you what I'm into. So be back in a minute. So we got the frame back on the jig, actually on the rotisserie fixture, and rotated over on the side so we don't have to be reaching over into it. Sitting here on the bench. Actually, it's a little seat, a little scoot around seat. I'm not sure what you'd call that. It does make a flat man creeper out of it, but anyway. Here's the piece I was talking about. Drilled out a couple holes. Need to put those nut plates on. Have the first hole located, so I'll just use the center punch and set that up on a camera in a little bit. Drill a hole out, put a cleco in it, drill the other one out, and then rivet on the pieces and test fit it up here. When I say test fit it, these 2 screws, let's see if I can do this. That's how it's going to go, but it's going to go behind it like this one. So they'll match up. This is power distribution, this is radio or communications. So it'll bolt onto these 2 clamps here on the top, right there, as in this point, and then the other 2 holes will go down here. This will slide in under it, make it stiff. Actually do it like this because this one will stay here. The plan is for this to stay here forever, and if you need to do any work, take these 2 screws out and you, hold on a second, I'll show you why it's built this way. Then you can access it like that because this outside of it down in through there will be covered up. So just gives you serviceability of it. So I'm going to get these nut plates. They're actually cage nuts. They're floating in there. So get that put together. See, it'll actually move around. So get all that put together and test fit it, and we'll see how it goes. So I'll set you up on a camera and show you here. See you. Let me hold this up here so you can get a good view of it. These are flush rivets, so they're not round. If you see it, ooh, focus. Yeah, see it right there? It's kind of a flush. That's a hard thing to see. Let me get it out here. There you go. Now you can see it. So that's a flush rivet, and it will go into here, into these holes, but these holes are just flat, so I will have to chamfer them out. They do make a tool, you drill it and it'll chamfer it, but so it'll accept that cone shape, so it'll lay flush. But I've got this tool, so I'll just ream it out and try not to over ream it and go past the diameter of the head, oops, this little devil here. So we'll see how that works out. I'll put you on time lapse and we'll go from there. Okay, so there we have it. Reason why we went with flush rivets here, because the other panel will sit, not sure if you can quite make that out, on these lines right here. It'll sit up to there. Well, the panel will sit over the top of that, and you didn't want the round button head of the rivet sitting there. Holes match up, rivets are flush. Use the rivet tool to do it. There's the back side of it. It's a cage nut, so it does have some movement to it, which will allow for some adjustability. I should have made this right here about 1/8 of an inch, maybe 3/16, that step right there. So that's why I had to offset that. But there it is. I'll go test it out and see if it'll fit. Put the rest of my tools up and toys up here, especially this. Don't want to spill all that. Yeah, I've been down that road, down here picking up pieces. That's aluminum, so a magnet won't do it. You got to pick each one of them up. Anyway, so get back to you here in a second, and we'll go try it out on our bracket out and see. Kind of, sort of, almost looks like it's equal in some spots. All right, let's go try it. Okay, here it is. I still have to fine tune it. I don't have, it's not sitting flush there or there. There is a bracket underneath here, and I need to trim some more off this. So I'll get to that, and we'll get back to this point and see if I can make it fit a little better. Okay, see you. Okay, that's about as far as I'm gonna go, and I'm showing you the example of why I changed it. I cut this part off. This was the bracket behind it with the nut plates. So this was just one piece right here, and then the bolts went through here. Cut all that off, so now it should look about the same, other than these two screws right here, which that's CAD, they're not brass. Yellow zinc chromated screws. But behind this is I put a piece of angle and made it thicker right there, which is stainless, so stiffen this up some. The radius isn't the same on these, so it is what it is, and that's just all it's gonna have to be. So there it is. They look a little bit better, or it should look better. I'll get this sandblasted, cleaned up, everything fits, so moving on, that's done. See you.